One world, one nation, one community, and one goal. Good evening, universe. Good evening, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Good evening, Philippines. Welcome to LSC News Patrol. Tonight, I'd like to bring you the latest and the credible news for tonight, January 23, 2022. The headlines: IP Youth Unites for Cultural Preservation. Chinese dialects in decline as government enforces Mandarin. And among K-pop stars, who do you think speaks the most languages? Stay tuned and I'll be back right after this short break.
Yay! See you later, Stephanie! See you, Vane! Let's do this! Palm olive girls, come on! Bongo bongo hair bounce, bongo hair bounce, bongo bongo hair bounce, bongo hair bounce. Bounce to the left, bounce to the right, bounce to the left, bounce to the right. Casey ka ay bango ng hair ko, ang gaan at ang lambot ko, Kaya girl, ngayon palm olive ang gamitin mo. Ready ka, always on the go, Wow, magaan, ang bouncy ng hair mo. With palm olive, bongo bongo bounce ang hair mo. Bounce to the left, bounce to the right. Soft and hair with palm olive. Bounce to the left, bounce to the right. Ang gaan ng hair with palm olive. Bongo bongo hair bounce, bongo hair bounce, bongo bongo hair bounce, bongo hair bounce. Bounce to the left, bounce to the right. Soft and hair with palm olive. Bounce to the left, bounce to the right. Ang gaan ng hair with palm olive. Bongo bongo hair bounce, bongo hair bounce, bongo bongo hair bounce with palm olive.
Good evening, I'm back here again. IP Youth Unite for Cultural Preservation. The 39 young leaders of Ilocos and Cordillera who gathered in Bangla's Abra for Indigenous People Cultural Camp. The camp was a platform to move the participants as the government peace partners. The camp was not a showcase and sharing of different indigenous people cultural practices and traditions in the form of dance, prayers, songs, but also a platform to mold the participants as the government peace partners. Cultural exposures consisted of tree planting within ancestral domain and a tour of local tourist spots such as the century-old Balites, reflection site, view decks, and Loing heritage, where the old ways of the forefathers were showcased. Ringjin Chris Mortilia said of the 702nd Infantry Brigade said, culture is about us as a people. Cultures fosters unity across tribes and tongues. We can only have peace if we collectively preserve such indigenous people culture. Chinese dialects in decline as government enforces Mandarin. The decline in local dialects among younger generation has become more apparent in current years ago, as China's President Xi Jinping has sought to strengthen a uniform Chinese identity. Mandarin is now spoken by more than 80% of China's population, up from 30% decade ago. Last month, China's State Council vowed to increase the figure to 85% within the next 4 years.
Ngayong 3 plus sa si Miggy, marami na siyang gustong gawin. Bilang wais na mommy, binibigyan ko siya ng Bonafide Preschool 3 Plus. Maraming plus, tulong para may laban ng katawan. May plus sa immunity, plus sa growth, at plus sa energy.
Bigyan ng laban ng katawan. Bigyan ng Bonafide Preschool 3 Plus.
Tulong para may laban ng katawan.
showbiz for tonight. Which K-pop star speaks the most languages? Who is K-pop ultimate polyglot? Blackpink, Red Velvet, and Shiny All, most members able to speak a whole host of languages. So which stars impresses most? Blackpink's Jennie speaks French, while Red Velvet Wendy speaks Spanish, and even received an award from Barack Obama for the top-notch grades. Meet the K-pop stars getting ahead with their language skills. For the K-pop stars to be widely loved across the globe, being able to communicate to the largest possible audience. Some of our favorite idols speaks enough language to wow their fans, living in multiple countries. But who's top of the crop? Blackpink Jennie speaks Korean, English, Japanese, and now French. She speaks English fluently as well as her native language. Meanwhile, her Japanese speaking abilities were in fact well known to keep. Model Yam Yamin is a preschool teacher and a model in Gogori. Although her environment has changed, her desire for furry skin has not changed. Every week, she gets a skin lightening treatment. I feel satisfied and I feel very confident, she said. It really is different if you're from Filipino culture and you have lighter skin. It's way nicer, she added. Yum Yamin is proud of her fur skin and the length she goes to achieve it. She unapologetic as she describes her experience. The use of skin lightening products is common in Filipino culture, where for many, fair skin equals beauty. From homemade scrubs, such as the Yum Yamin, first used, to soaps, creams, pills, and injectables, many Filipinos have a story about these products. That's all for tonight. I'll be back with some more news updates tomorrow evening. Until then, stay tuned from the home of hope. News with no lies, news with no bias, news with nothing but the truth. This is LSC News Patrol.